So here's how to take care of the birth bath. Dump out the old, pour in some new, rinse, pour in some new water, and then take a paper towel and then scrub. Try to get as much of that brown, yucky stuff off as possible. And then after it's all clean, give it one little final rinse, and then just fill it. And fill it all the way up. So here's the Jora coffee machine. This is how you turn it on. The button right there turns it on. When it says press rinse, you go up here to that button right here that's lit. And you might want to put this gray coffee mug underneath there. So the machine is rinsing. And now, well, it says change filter. I'm getting ready to do that, but it should just say coffee ready. One thing to keep in mind when you're moving the coffee machine to put beans in or to refill the water is that the plug, the outlet, is not secured inside the wall. So just when you're moving the machine, just try to pull it out and try not to grab this with the machine. So right now, Jora is saying clean now. So I'm going to clean it, and it won't have to be done again for another month or two. But if you see that sign up there and it says grounds empty, that means that you need to empty the grounds. And I'm going to show you how that works. You take this off. You pull out this tray. You can see there's water in it, and then there's where the grounds are. So you take it out. You lift this up and in the garbage. And then you take this thing out, set it aside, and then this you take over to the sink and empty it. And you can rinse it out too while you're at it. And then you reassemble. You put this back on here like that, and then put it back in the coffee machine, just like that. And then you put this back on. And you're good to go. So now I'm going to try to demonstrate how to fill the water. When it says fill water or water fill, you have to turn it to the side, but again, be careful of that plug back there. And you have to really hold on to it because the counter depth is not very deep. So on the left side of the machine, you lift up here and you can see this is the water container, and all you have to do is lift it straight up, take it over to the sink and fill it, and then you just slide it straight back in again. Now to fill beans, I'm going to try to do this. You turn it the other way. Again, kind of pull it out away from the wall so you're not grabbing the plug. I'm going to try to do this with one hand. Turning it. So I kind of inadvertently pushed the cappuccino button. Had to stop it. So now I've got the machine turned on its side. You can see it's right on the edge. But this is the door that you open up. There's a cover for the beans, just comes off. And then there's beans in the pantry, and you just basically pour it in there, fill it up, put this back on, close it. And that's it. Okay, so Chip's going to show how to feed the bird, how to change the bird feeder.
Okay, you just reach up and pull it in. I've already emptied this.
Show how you would normally
If
empty it.
if the birds have already eaten everything and there's just some hollows left, you can just dump it out on the ground. And then I bring it in here, so the spout comes out. And you just fill both these sides up. Bring it out. And just lay it in. And that's it. And it's possible you'll need to fill it up 3 times a day. These birds eat a lot. So once you get used to it, it takes about 1 minute.
So we're going to have a second one though, so it should only be once or twice a day.
We can just,
The second
we
one,
can just look at it and tell
Yeah.
if the birds have eaten it all.
okay.
Okay.
So here's the double drawer dishwashers, Fisher Paykel dishwashers. We usually just use the top, but you can use both. We also have a regular dishwasher on this side. You can use that too if you want. If you want to use this one though, just because it's a little different. So this is how I generally load it. I put short glassware on the bottom, and then I fold this top rack down and finish up with some shorter things there. You can put stem glasses here and taller glasses here. And so this is kind of how I've done it. Right here is where the soap pod goes. Let me get that out. Soap pod goes here. And then here's how this works. Can you see it? So you start by pushing this button here. It does that. Right now it's on Eco. I'm going to change it to Fast. Now I usually wash all my dishes on medium. As you can scroll through like this. If you just want to rinse, heavy, medium, economic, I don't know what that is, fast. And then you come over here. I want to do extra dry. So I hit that, and then I hit this little button here to start it. Now, as soon as I hit that, I need to go ahead and close the drawer. If you wait too long, it resets. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I think actually I'm going to wait. I'm not quite ready to do this yet, but that's just basically how it works. If you have closed the drawer and then you realize later you need to open it and add something else, this is going to sound crazy, but you have to knock twice like that, and then it pauses it, and then you can open the drawer. Try not to open the drawer while it's running. It messes it up. So now we are at the hot tub, and I just unlocked that latch. Gonna unlock this one as well. Gonna open the lid up. I'm trying to do this by myself. Ugh. There we have that. I'm gonna pause it for a minute. Okay, I have folded back the cover. It takes 2 hands and a little bit of muscle to do that. Now I'm going to test the water. I've got a test strip here. I'm gonna put it in here, hold in 2 seconds. 1, 2. Take it out. Give it a little shake, and then over here is the container of the test strips, and this will tell me how the water is. Okay, let's see if I can do this with one hand. All right, top. It looks like hardness is good. Bromine, you can see, is bromine is very, very low, but that's because we haven't used it in probably a month, and we haven't put anything in there, and we should have been, but I'll show you. We don't have chlorine. The lower one is alkalinity, and the bottom one, pH, and then alkalinity. Those three, hardness, pH, and alkalinity, you do not need to worry about. The only thing you really need to check for is this second row of bromine. That is the sanitizer. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some bromine in. I'm gonna start it. The way to start here it is. It's set right now at 99 because it's summertime. I'm gonna start it by pushing the jets once. Twice. And then to get all the jets working, you do it one more time, third time. Okay, now it's fully running, and I'm gonna go ahead and add the bromine. Here's the cap of the bromine, and since I haven't put any in a very long time, I'm putting about, looks like about a half of the inner part of that cap. That's a good bit, that's kind of a lot, but I think it might need it because it's been so long. If you're keeping up with it, if when you tested it, it only, it was almost the right color, then you probably need to put half of this much in there. Now, the other thing that you're going to be using, hold on. The other thing you're going to be using is the shock, and shock is real important. It's the oxidizer, and that's what keeps it really, really clean. And you can put a lot of this in, and I'm going to show you. This is a full cap full. And again, because I haven't done it in quite some time, I'm going to add 3 capfuls. If it's being kept up with, if it looks and smells clean and looks good, then I would maybe do 1.5 to 2. Also, one thing you need to look for is the foaming. You can see that there is some foaming going on now. And again, it's because although we haven't used it in a very long time, we have also been neglecting it. We haven't been adding bromine or the oxidizer. So the oxidizer is what helps a lot with the foaming. It breaks down solids that are in the water, like lotions, deodorants, perfume oils, things like that. So the oxidizer is really a key thing. But the only 2 things you need to put in here are the oxidizer and the bromine. And I would not use the tub until it needs to run for about 20 minutes with the top completely off. And after that, you can check it, make sure the sanitizer level is up high enough, and then you can go ahead and use it. Now, after you get out, we'd like it if you would put just maybe a third of a cap of bromine back in there, unless it was too high to begin with. And then add 1 capful of the shock. If you could do that after every time the hot tub is used, then that should keep it pretty good.